is over. Like, you got to stop playing with your own emotions about what you want in life and stop allowing yourself to just put your dreams on a back burner because everything ain't right and everything ain't lined up the way you want it to be. Just get started. You can always shift and pivot and make changes along the way. So before we continue, I have to thank our platinum partners, Cherie M. Good, who is gearing up in 10 days for her 8th annual Recharge Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo on Saturday, April 14th. That's next Saturday. If you don't know, you've been under a rock, because I'm telling you, this expo is phenomenal. Not just because she's my sister, but it is absolutely phenomenal. You get to come. It's completely free. This is community work that she's been doing for the past 8 years. It's at the Doubletree by Hilton in Pikesville, Maryland. So all you have to do is register. It's completely free, but you just got to register at rechargenow2018.eventbrite.com. Again, that's Recharge Now. Somebody could type that in the feed for me on Facebook. That would be great. rechargenow2018.eventbrite.com. The 8th annual Recharge Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo. So there are exercise demos literally that you can participate in. There are chefs who come in and cook healthy food, and they will give you samples of that food so you can walk around and sample all the healthy food, because all of us have to, look, the reality is, you guys know I've been on my own health and wellness journey. Food is a huge part of it. Like, I think it's like 80%. This woman here, she'll confirm for us what it is, because she know all the stats and the figures. I'm just saying, she's the real guru. But I want to see you there. I will be in the building. I'll be interviewing some folks and doing what I do, running my mouth. So I hope to see you there on Saturday, April 14th from 10 to 3. And then our other platinum partner, Ladrine Peterson, who is a career strategist that's passionate about inspiring and helping others to optimize and implement their career ideas, fulfill their career dreams, and achieve their professional goals. She helps turn dreamers into doers. And she has been hosting this series of Speak Life Youth Vision Board parties. And I'm telling you, they've been so extremely successful. I'm proud of you. I'm giving a shout out to Ladrine and shout out to Ida Robinson, her partner, for creating a safe space where young people can come and dream big. And be able to create and craft their own vision. It's just powerful. You can learn more about Ladrine at do-it-delivers.com. So thank you so much. All right, my next guest. Bad to the bone. I don't even want to touch your arm. I'm glad you covered your arms up today. Her name is Natasha Mayo. She's the execution strategist, founder of Body by Tasha, and owner of the brick and mortar BBT Fitness Haven. She has coached hundreds, I think that's probably more like thousands of people through their personal transformation journeys as they renew their minds, increase their energy, maximize their productivity, and were healed from fatal diseases. She demonstrates the mind-body connection in action. Taking the principles from the 30-day detox challenge and her traveling boot camps, she conducts business coaching through 2 courses, the Mastermind Accountability Bootcamp and So You've Launched Your Business, Now What? In her role as the execution strategist, her mission is to help new and aspiring women and entrepreneurs to launch thriving businesses. She says, God has given me the gift of execution, and I'm passionate about sharing the gift with people who are launching or reinventing their businesses. She is affectionately known as Coach. Me too. We got that in common. Mm-hmm. They call me Coach, but they might call you Coach more. She's affectionately known as Coach or Tasha. She's a woman of God, a mother of 2 amazing young men, business execution strategist, fitness enthusiast, yes, and personal trainer. Welcome to the show, sis.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Look, let me just tell you, we got history.
Yes.
Because Natasha has been one of those people who has been on me about my health and wellness for a long time. And I think, you do it when you're ready. Yeah. Do you feel that?
Absolutely.
Because I always hear, and you always say that, like, look, when you ready, what's up? I'm ready. Like, she never gives you allows you to make an excuse.
Right.
She just knows that you have to be ready. And I think mentally more than anything. So talk about how you got started in your own journey. Because I feel like almost our journeys are a little bit similar where I am now. And so you tell your story and then I'll chime in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it all started in 2009 when I actually literally came to myself, if you will, and looked myself in the mirror and said, how did you get here? Weighing almost 300 pounds. Actually, my highest weight was 271. And literally asking that question, how did you get here? Actually looking at my life, I have 2 children, as you shared in the bio, now one 20 and the other one 24, one of which that has special needs. And I realized that if I didn't make a change about my health, that I would check out of here early as a result of me not doing something that I had control over. And so at that point, I considered gastric bypass. And so we typically do what the influencers in our life do. Yeah. And my mom had gastric bypass, so that's what I considered. However, it literally scared me straight because the surgery is so invasive that I was like, I don't know about that. However, I had no knowledge. So I continued in the process of going through the weight management course. And doing that, I literally lost too much weight to qualify for the surgery.
Wow.
But I was still overweight.
Right.
So that was the jump start of it.
Yeah.
And then from there, just continuing on in the process.
And I'm going to be very transparent on the show today. So I basically was at that place and I was like, I just cannot believe my weight is where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in upward of an 18-20 size dress.
Yeah.
My highest weight, I was at 263, about 263.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Cheryl, in a minute, you're going to be really, it's going to be hard for you to breathe, to walk. Your
Yes.
knees going to hurt. Like, you about to hit 300 pounds, chick. When you going to do something about it?
Yeah.
And I have to say this, we're in a society now where I feel like the surgery is an easy out. And I feel like everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
And because, technology has shifted so much and medical advancement has shifted so much, it doesn't seem like it did even 5 or 10 years ago where it's like, what? You gonna get that? No, it's like, oh girl, just go get that thing snipped out. Get a piece of your stomach cut off and go on, keep it moving.
Right.
But for me, I did want to be, I really wanted to be and want to be the poster child for you can do it through what you eat, not having to go under the knife. And for me, that is very serious because I've had 6 major abdominal surgeries. So I don't ever, and I had them because I had to have them.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go in to have surgery if I don't have to, an invasive surgery like that, if I don't have to, if I can do something about it.
Right.
And so I realized that I could do something about it, but the biggest part was the food. And that was the hard part because I didn't want to change. So I was, girl, I done work with you. I done work with Belinda. I done work with all these fitness trainers. Johnny over at Johnny Boy Fitness. I'm in the gym. I'm doing the ropes. I'm lifting weights. Like, yeah. Girl, wasn't nothing happening because I was still eating fried chicken, pizza, and French fries.
Yeah.
So this year I just came in with a different mindset that, Cheryl, you gotta change the way you eat. Like, it's no other way to do this thing if you don't shift the way you eat. So talk about that, because I think that's part of the scariest part for people is like, I'm not gonna get to enjoy life no more because eating is such a big part of life.
It is. We eat all of our emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, happy, mad, sad, or glad. We're eating it.
Yeah.
And so first of all, let me just say kudos to you for releasing 38 pounds. Like, that is absolutely amazing, right? And so people look at their end goal and they'll say, okay, I want to lose 100 pounds. And they'll get to 38 and it's like, oh, I still have 60 to go. No, 38 pounds is a major feat. That's almost like 3 dress sizes. So you got to celebrate every win, like literally celebrate every win. So kudos to you for that. I absolutely love it.
It's so hard. Like, it is the hardest thing I've ever done. It literally brings me to tears. It's so hard. And you're right. And I'm like, I still see so much more I have to lose. Like, I'm like, oh, I got another 65 to go. That sometimes I can't celebrate the 38.
Right.
But you're right. It's like, you got to be like, no, chick, look, in January 2nd, you was just at this number. Exactly. And now you 38 pounds released in what, 3 months? Yeah. Like, so you're right. I got to start celebrating. That's major.
And then also on the flip side of it, it could have been 38 pounds gained.
Yeah. Hey, girl, I need you in my life. I got to give me some Natasha Mayo in my life, y'all. Y'all don't understand. That is so true. I love the way you frame things and the perspective. And I'll never forget you said something to me. I was like, I never told you it was but I was like, I don't know what she's talking about, because you said, for a while I wondered, like, you're this powerful woman, and I wonder what keeps the weight on you. And I was like, ain't no mental issues, and I'm telling you, like, Belinda B-Fit, I told her the same thing. Like, nah, people try to make it all deep about oh, I'm holding on to this baggage. And I was like, it's not that deep. It's just, I just need to stop eating. But it really is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is deeper than you think it is.
It begins and it ends with your mind, right? And so a lot of times people don't sit with the issues, because I know that people aren't where they are because they want to. It's something that's going on the inside of them. And so I always tell my clients, it's never about what you're eating, but what's eating you. And so once we get to what's eating you, we can deal with what you're eating.
Wow.
That's the easy part.
Very
So you
interesting.
got to sit with what's eating you, the triggers that are coming up when you don't want to eat what you know was right for you. You got to deal with that trigger. What is that? Why am I feeling that particular trigger about this situation? You know, I have the 30-day detox jumpstart, and I had a young lady in the group last week, and she posted, you know, I wanted bacon today, and I just got angry. And so why? And so a lot of times people just want to will their way through it. Like, okay, I'm not going to have the bacon. I'm just going to drink my water, go to bed. No, you can't will your way through it. That's something that you have to heal your way through, because that trigger, that feeling is not going to go away until you heal it. And so it's never about the bacon. It's never about the food. It's something on the inside of you with regards to restrictions, if you will, or control.
Oh, she is preaching. I'm just saying. I need some Natasha Mayo. If you need some Natasha Mayo in your life, somebody just type that in the feed. I need some Natasha Mayo in my life. It's so true. So what do you find are some of the triggers or some of the reasons why people are, like for me, I still don't know if I've gotten to the core of, well, no, I do know one of the reasons why. So one of the things I know is when I was young that we were in a poverty-ridden environment.
Yeah.
And it was either feast or famine in our house. So, you know, we were on government assistance. So when food stamps came out at the beginning of the month, it was like, yes, the refrigerator's packed. And then middle of the month to the end of the month, it's like, oh, we eating cheese and mama making some biscuits and we eating lima beans. Y'all know, y'all who work with me know, don't give me no lima beans. I will go off on you if you show me some lima beans.
Yeah.
But I remember growing up and like, nobody will ever tell me what I can or cannot have when I grow up and I get a job.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever tell me that I can't get that box of shrimp fried rice. I can't get that steak. I can't get that. And that stuck with me for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I felt like it was almost like, it was sort of rebellious. Like, oh no, you ain't never gonna tell me what I can't have to eat.
Yeah.
But what do you
Exactly.
find through working with your clients that some of the, maybe the challenges are, or the
yeah,
deeper psychological things?
Yeah, so it varies. It can be something that you experienced in your childhood. Like you said, you didn't have what you wanted all the time.
Yeah.
So then when you got to the place where you could, you went back and was like, oh, I'm going to have it all. And it could be a fact where people just mentally feel like this does something for them. It's their comfort. It's their celebration.
Yeah.
So this is how they celebrate.
Yep.
And it's okay to celebrate. You just have to govern how you celebrate and how much. And so my thing is, I don't do cheat meals. Like you have some trainers, some coaches that do cheat days. I don't do cheat meals because here's the thing. You only want a taste. And so if you deprive yourself of that taste until your cheat day comes, 9 times out of 10, you're going to overindulge.
That's so true.
Right? And so it's about setting the mindset to, one, I'm still in control because I'm choosing just to have a taste when I want it versus waiting until a certain day and then I'm going all in because I've deprived myself.
Oh, that's so good. You're just so good, Natasha Mayo. You're just so good, girl. I need to come get some sessions. I'm serious. I gotta go get some, just to work with my mindset.
Yeah, it's all about the mindset. And I know because I have grown through the process. So many people go through the weight loss process, but I've grown through the process. I've had times like you mentioned about saying I have so long to go. My initial goal was to lose 120 pounds. And so when I lost the first 40, I had an adult tantrum with God because when you're in this fight, it's just you and God.
Yes,
so I had an adult tantrum and I was like, what am I doing all this for?
Right.
And he said, it's not just about you. And so, of course, like a child, I talk back. And I said, well, who is it for? Because it's just you and I. I'm looking around. It's just you and I. And so you know how sometimes when your kids talk back and you're like, you know what, I'm going to give you some grace.
Right.
So I'm not even going to say anything.
Right.
So God didn't respond, but I continued in the process because it's my desire to please him. And so as I continued in the process, my breakthrough helped others, thousands break through. And so from that, you got to know that people are watching you.
Oh, man.
People are watching.
Yeah.
And the influence that you have on their life is breaking them through, even right now, because Cheryl did it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the right way because I do believe sometimes surgery is the jump start for some people.
Absolutely.
Right? But knowing that you are setting that mindset and you're growing through the process, people are saying, I can do the same thing too. Cheryl hasn't had water. That post that you posted with your water bottles, this is my drink. That blessed somebody. That freed somebody.
Yeah, girl,
because you can drink 1,800 calories in just juice.
Because sometimes I just Coca-Cola. I'm just saying, oh, I'm about to have a tantrum.
Yes.
It's so true. So for like the past 13 weeks, the only
I
drink I've
love
had
it.
is water.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't have no
love it.
Kool-Aid. I can't have no soda. I can't have no, it's like that's not
Yeah.
healthy for my body.
Right.
And then just the crazy part is, I did think that it was just about the weight part, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much bigger than that.
It's
Like
so
it's
much
the
bigger
health
than
part.
that.
I've shared this and I'll share it again, is that when I started, my blood pressure was like 162 over 92 or something
Yeah,
like that.
uh-huh.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And my paperwork from my last doctor's appointment said pre-hypertension.
Yeah.
Like I broke down and cried over that
Yeah.
because I couldn't believe, like, really, Cheryl? You can't, and for me it was like, okay, you have control over so many other aspects of your life. Why is this one like, just, evading you? Why
Yeah.
can't you get this thing under control? And I remember somebody said to me once, it's weight. It's like you get to control. It's not like it's cancer where you don't have any control over it. Like this is something you can control. But I remember when I first went January 2nd, my blood pressure was 162 over 92. 1 week. 1 week of shifting, no sugars, no carbs. Well, I guess everything has some
It's
carbs,
right.
or whatever. But
But I know what
healthy
you're
eating,
saying.
clean
Yeah.
eating, as
Uh-huh.
you guys call it, healthy
Yeah.
clean eating. 1 week dropped down to like 132 over like 85 or 80 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I could not believe that food had that big of impact on my health.
Absolutely.
My health, my wellness, like me being here, me being
Yeah.
around to raise my kids.
Yes.
So it's crazy.
Yes.
So what do you teach clients about the level of exercise that they need to be doing? Because sometimes I do feel like, okay, so I kind of get a little crazy with it. So I can sometimes go like overboard. So I'm hitting the gym, doing like 65 minutes of cardio. Just like, really, Cheryl, is all this necessary? So talk about how you encourage people to kind of create a level of balance with your working out. Do you have to work out every day? Should you work out every day? How strenuous should it be?
Yeah. And so with working out every day, I always say, are you breathing every day? So there always should be some level of movement in your life. It should be different. You shouldn't do the same thing every day, but you should always have some level of movement in your life. As you grow through the process, you add. So people will jump in because they feel like, I want to lose this weight, I got to get it off now. Well, it took you 57 years to get here.
Exactly.
Don't think it's going to come off that fast. It's a process. And be patient with the process. Be patient with it. So if you start out doing 20 minutes a day and you're consistent, do that. And then add as you go along. Because as you can see even now, you have more endurance than you had at the beginning.
Absolutely.
And so go follow, listen to your body in the sense as how far you can go. Now, if it's telling you not to work out, that's a different thing. But
Which is
listen to your
amazing that you can
body.
get so quickly drawn back into
Yes,
not going. Like if
absolutely.
you don't stay consistent.
Because it's like a muscle.
Yes.
And so you've built this muscle over the years
Right.
that is stronger than the muscle that you're currently building.
Right.
And so it's the drive. People a lot of times will say, motivation. It's not motivation because you're not always motivated. It's your drive. It's your why. What's your connection to what you're doing is what's going to get you going when you're not always motivated.
And one of the things I find that's most challenging right now is I feel like I'm in this yucky in-between kind of phase. Meaning, okay, I'm not in that 18-20 anymore.
Yeah.
I'll just share. Now I can get into, I'm in a 14.
Hey,
right, which is
yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
But, oh my
And then
God.
let me just interject right there real quick. First of all, you got to realize that it's just not weight on the scale. Your organs have shrunk. Right?
Wow.
Because they have to grow with us to keep up with us.
Right.
So you got to connect all of that and
Right.
see the wins
Yeah.
that your
That's so
body.
good. I need some Taco Bell in my life on a consistent basis. I can't
Yes.
do 5 a.m., but we're going to have to talk and work
Yeah,
something out.
yeah.
But yeah, that's so true. But
I
sometimes
love
I do
that.
get caught in the whole, oh my God, my body doesn't still... Like, why is it sometimes I still can't see it?
Yeah.
Like, because my arms are still flabby. Like, I always been hard on my arms and my stomach. Like, from all of these surgeries, I got this, ugh.
Yeah.
So how do I stay motivated and keep the drive when my body isn't reflective? I don't feel it's reflective of how much work I'm doing and the fact that I'm sacrificing
Yeah. And so one, you got to change what you're doing. So a lot of times when people come into the weight loss scene, their journey, they just doing straight cardio.
Yeah.
And so you got to add the strength.
Yeah.
That's where the toning and the sculpting of the body comes from, is the strength. The cardio is going to help you drop the pounds. And so with that, if you don't tell the weight where to go, it's just going to go to gravity. So you got to begin a strength regimen. And again, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous. Start with 7 minutes of doing your arms. 7 minutes of, I know you don't like the crunches.
and I hate
But
lunges.
just 7 minutes of
hate
just some
lunges.
core. But find what you like that's
Yeah.
going to target what you want and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no one size fit all.
Right.
It's not.
Really? Really? We on Facebook Live. We don't have time to be answering calls. Yeah.
Yeah. So switch up what you're doing. And so if you're doing 60 minutes, I know you like the elliptical, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing 60 minutes of the elliptical, because I know your time is your money.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so if you're doing 60 minutes of the elliptical, take 7 minutes and do strength.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll begin to see different, not just in the way you look, but also the way you feel. Because you're releasing different endorphins from different things.
Right. And I actually love strength training.
Yeah.
I used to be really, I don't know if you know, I used to be a
Yeah.
certified personal
Yeah.
trainer. I
Uh-huh.
used to do that. Like I would
Yeah.
go to doctor's offices. I used to work at Sport and Health down in Tinleytown in DC. Like I was really big into fitness.
And
Like,
your
it was
body
my
remembers.
thing. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I used to love it. And so I feel the love still there. I think
Yeah.
for me, in my mind mentally, I'm like, well, if I start lifting the weights, is that gonna reflect on the numbers on the scale? So I do kind of feel like I'm still married to the number on the scale
Yes.
versus I know if I add the strength,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm building muscle.
Right.
It is different, but I do want to shape and contour.
Right.
I don't just want the stuff hanging.
Hello, Jesus. Yes.
Hello, Jesus.
Right,
exactly.
yes. And that's
Oh,
what people ask me, how is it that you don't have any skin, any hanging skin for losing over 100 pounds?
Right, you don't.
And that's because during the entire time I was strength training.
Wow.
So I was telling the weight where to go as I was losing it.
I love that. I was
Yeah.
telling the weight where to go as I was losing it. I think
Yeah.
we have a phone call, and this might be Cherie Good. Hello, welcome to Impact World Radio.
Hello, yes, this is Cherie Good. Hello, how are you today?
Hey, Cherie Good. How you doing, girl?
Doing great.
Have you been listening to this conversation with Natasha?
No, I missed it.
Well, girl, I'm just telling you, go back and listen to the replay because, girl, she on fire up in here. We talking about, telling the weight where to go.
Telling the weight where to
Telling
go.
our weight where to go through weight training and strength training. I love it. But we did want to give you an opportunity. Your girl is in the studio, Mr. Kia Ross. She's still here. We talked about you earlier.
Hey.
But if you would go ahead and give us a little bit of information about your event, and then we'll jump back into the show.
Yeah, so talking about getting rid of the weight and telling it where to go, come on out to the 8th Annual Recharge Health Wellness Fitness Expo. It's going down Saturday, April the 14th at the Doubletree by Hilton in Pikesville, Maryland. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have over 50 vendors. It's totally free to the community. And we just want everybody to come out and get in to know about your health. We have wellness speakers. We have breakout sessions. Come on out and get your free massages. Just come out
Yeah, I'm
for
coming
a
for that.
family
Right.
fun day geared towards wellness.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so people can get registered. It's free. You can go to recharge2018.eventbrite.com. Thank you so much, Cherie, for calling in. We appreciate it. I will see you there next Saturday.
Thank you, ladies. Enjoy.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So so even Cherie, she's doing the Health and Wellness and Fitness Expo. I mean, and it's good to be around other people
Absolutely.
who are on a similar path. Talk about that, because sometimes people can be naysayers and they can kind of deter you.
Absolutely.
If you're in the space and they're like, come on, girl, get a piece of this fried chicken.
Right.
It ain't gonna hurt you, right?
Yes, absolutely. And so what I tell my clients with that is that you have to put your community on notice. Let them know what it is that you're doing and let them know that you want them to respect your decision.
Yes.
And so if you have somebody that's saying it's not going to hurt you, they don't respect your decision. And so you need to redirect that relationship for that moment because your decision is what's going to help you get to your next dimension. And so right now they're not complimenting that. And so you got to put them on notice from the very beginning. A lot of times people fail to tell their community what they're doing, and so they succumb to what they usually do. So you have to tell your community what you're doing and ask for their support.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
so
a
good.
game. I'm not joking. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So you offer me something that I'm not indulging in is a disrespect to me.
Oh, that's
And I know you don't want to disrespect me.
right. I know you don't want to disrespect me. I'm just saying. I know you ain't do that intentionally.
Yeah.
I love it. Now,
Yeah.
I've watched you grow just
Oh,
so
gosh.
amazing. We're about to start wrapping up, but
Yeah.
I've just watched you grow, and I'll never forget I was speaking at your, was it a boot camp retreat?
Yes.
And girl, they was eating this stuff called quinoa. And I was like, no way. Ain't trying to hear it. Like, my mind was just like, so not on that. And your husband was just as happy. I was like, how can they be happy
Quinoa is
eating this stuff?
amazing.
But I think you you have to find what works
You
for
have
you,
to find
what
what
you
works for
enjoy,
you.
right? So I do
Yeah.
a lot of like now fish and veggies. And
Yeah, I see it. I love the way you cook your salmon.
Water
too.
and more water. But anyway, but I will never forget the quinoa and those darn smoothies y'all were making.
Yeah.
And everybody was just so happy. And I was just looking around like, ain't no bread, ain't no rice. Y'all have. But I love your commitment to the cause and your commitment to the mission of helping other people, knowing that what you did, what you accomplished wasn't just for you and just about you, that people are watching and you're inspiring other people. And I'm like, shoot, when you go to Tasha, you gotta be ready. She don't play. She don't
That's
be wagging
right.
like she don't play. She
Yes.
expect you to give your all.
Yes.
So now you have opened BBT Fitness Haven. Girl, I make me want to
Oh,
cry
it
because
does.
I remember when you were talking
Yeah.
about what you wanted, and now you are living fully in that space. So tell us a little bit about BBT Fitness Haven, what people can expect, where it is, and then we'll kind of wrap up on that.
Okay. Ooh, you got me a little emotional. I haven't gotten emotional in a long time.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember?
I
the conversation
remember.
that we
I
had?
remember,
And I'm
yeah.
just like, you've come so far.
Yeah.
And now you got your own spot. And she got her own spot. I be at home like, girl, you better do it. I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the courage to come yet, but I'm trying to
coming,
get
you
my
coming.
leg muscles built up a little bit before I come over there. But tell the people about it and how long you've been there and all the great things.
Right. And so I remember that, and I got a little emotional, surprisingly, over that, because it's been 3 years. It's amazing that it's been 3 years since we opened up BBT Fitness Haven, and it was all of just following the voice of God, being obedient to the cause. And so I remember being in your space when I hired you to be my speaking coach. And even in that, right, I just see how God has multiplied that.
Yeah.
And me knowing that I needed a coach to help me with my speaking career, and I wasn't even speaking.
Right. right.
And I wasn't even speaking at that time. And so BBT Fitness Haven is a place, is a safe haven. It's exactly what it says. It's a place where people can come and not be judged. They can come wherever they are, in the space they are, and give themselves freely. And so what I mean by give themselves freely, when people typically come in an exercise, a fitness environment, they have already been beat up in their day. So they're coming to release, and they can release, whether it's you crying, whether it's you screaming, whatever the case may be, you're coming to release. And so the difference with BBT Fitness Haven is we're specific for your need. We're not a gym. You can't come in and get on a treadmill or an elliptical. You're coming in specifically for the need that you want, the need that you desire, and we meet you right where you are. And so the difference with BBT Fitness Haven is it's all mental. And so while you're coming in to release exercise, to release weight, whatever it is that you're releasing, you're also releasing mental weight, mental baggage. And a lot of times people don't know that initially coming in.
Right.
But when they come in, one way, they leave a completely different way. Yeah. And it has been such a blessing to offer that difference to people because they need it. So many people are so interested in being strong, but if you are strong physically and weak mentally, there's a problem. And so I focus on your mental. Once I get your mental strong, the body, the strength will come. And so that's what we focus on, the whole man, mind, body, and spirit. You're going to get it all definitely when you come in, but we're mainly focusing on the mind.
I love it. I love it. Just it's so powerful. I just can't say how proud I am of you.
And then that retreat, you know, it's amazing. Again, I remember you said to me, because I was finishing up my coaching with you, and you said, I was sitting back wondering, when is Natasha going to speak? Right? Yep. And so I would hide in the background because I'm an executor. I have the gift of execution. I know how to get people to execute. So I would hide in the background. And when you said that, why aren't you speaking? I said, I got to get out there in the forefront. Right? I got to get out there in the forefront. And so in that, the retreats, we're actually coming up on our retreat now, August 30th through September 4th, September 3rd. And so I am the only speaker there. And it's amazing.
Now, you better do it, Natasha.
This is the third time. I am the only speaker. I am holding the room. I am facilitating it through your teaching. Right? So I appreciate all that you pour in on a consistent basis. You're consistent. you are consistent. And what I love about you is it's no fluff. Because that's what I am. When I look for coaches, I'm looking for me.
Right. And that's
there
why
is no fluff.
That's why I be scared, because I'm like, when I go sign up with Natasha, I already know she is me.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
No excuses. She's like, you want to do the work. You want this, you got to do the work.
Exactly.
But I love it. And so one of my goals, you don't know this, now you know, is to get over there to one of them darn spin classes.
Yes, come on.
Girl, that mess
Whenever you're ready.
me. But I'm like, I know I can go
but
at my
see,
pace.
it's your race, your pace. Right? And so I have the gift of discernment. I really do. Is that I can look at, we have 20 bikes in there. I can look at each individual person and I can know exactly what you can do. And so I'm going to challenge you to challenge your challenge, but it's at your pace.
Right.
And so I personally don't do beginner classes, because here's my thought behind beginner classes. If everybody is a beginner, everybody will stay a beginner. And so all of my classes has beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And so beginner is looking at intermediate, and intermediate is looking at advanced, and advanced is looking at me. So everybody is in a growth process while you're growing.
Right. So
it's your race, your pace.
I love that. And you're right, because sometimes if I'm at the gym and I'm looking at this 80-year-old woman and she walking fast, and I'm like, wait a minute now.
Right.
Right. So you're right. It absolutely can encourage you to challenge, right?
Yes.
I love it. How can people get connected through social media? How can they come? Where is your fitness haven? Or how can they learn more about it?
Yeah. So we are located at 10903 Indian Head Highway in Fort Washington, Maryland. You can follow me across all social media platforms at Body by Tasha. That's Tasha with an O. And you can also find us at bodybytasha.com.
Woo! I need a drink of water after that. Thank you for being such an inspiration. Thank you for sharing your story. I love when you post that picture of that before and after picture of you. Yeah. It's so inspiring. So you come to my mind every time I'm in my race, and I'm like, there's certain words that you have said to me in the past that I'm like, oh, that daggone Natasha, you and Belinda and some other people who have just supported me in the journey even before I was ready for the journey. Yeah. Like that stuff, you don't forget that stuff. Yeah, you don't forget those seeds. So thank you for planting so many seeds. Thank you for being here. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with our next guest, Dr. Sharon Porter.
Too fast.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Let me get the key up.
Christina said yes, no fluff. Thanks, Ree, for posting that.
Now you are a champion.
Thanks for being with us.
Let's see who's here with us.
Perfection, living my mission and winning.
Thank you. You want to do yourself?
See, we are influencers. We have fear with don't stop.
Robin said, yes, be prepared. That's right, Robin. And you always are. I love it.
We are standing tall.
All right, guys, we are shifting. Thanks for joining us. I will be back on this week to share about the retreat. I want you guys to join us there. Go to www.destinationtheretreat.eventbrite.com. Check it out. All right, talk to you soon.
I am